gang. So, welcome back to another exciting edition of our Friday 4-Pack, where we answer some of your most pressing questions from, well, yesterday at this point, I guess. All right, so you guys just shot us some questions out. We're going to throw some answers at you best we can. Most of this is 100% based in science, and not really. No, this is just our opinion on things, but it is a tried and true tested opinion, so take it for what you will. Don't forget to give us a like and a follow and questions and all that stuff down in the comments. We always forget to say that stuff, so there we go. Guys, we're going to lead right into this with the first question we got, and we get this question a lot. We see it in different shades, different forms, different everything. Basically, we summed it up into how can I enjoy running more, right? A lot of you guys, you see running come up in the workouts, you go hide, right? You don't want to hit running in the warm-up. You definitely aren't running by yourself at the house. It'll take shades and different formations in all different ways, but we got a couple of ways we can kind of help you attack this and go after it.
Right. So for us, it's really easy to just say you just need to run more to like running more. But we understand that people don't necessarily function that way. I think the biggest thing is trying to change your mindset around it, though. If every time you see running in a workout, you automatically create that negative space there, then it's never going to get better, right? Running's never going to get better for you because you're going to constantly associate that negative thought with that running. Justin, do you want to?
Yeah, guys, and there's a couple things also too. It's you're gonna have to look inward a little bit and be like, hey, why do you not enjoy running? What about running do you not enjoy? Do you not enjoy running because you run slow? Do you not enjoy running because you think people run fast? Is it boring? Is it painful? Is it, what are the different reasons behind why you don't like to run? Running is a very natural, very fun, very entertaining sport of things to do, okay? It's a great place to kind of get out of your own headspace, right? You can clear your mind a little bit. It's not necessarily, hey, I need to put in music and go full blast on a run. It might be a great time to, hey, I'm going to go run for 20, 30 minutes with no music and just my thoughts, okay? Think about your day. Think about what things are going on. Plan your next week. Plan your next month. Think about what's for dinner, right? Give yourself some time to clear your head and think a little bit when no one else is around, right? All you have to worry about is one foot in front of the other, breathe, and, kind of what's going on in your head. And that can be very powerful, okay?
Guys, and we did get some suggestions from pros because we know that we have a lot of sources at our disposal when it comes to running. So we definitely asked around a little bit. The people who spent their whole life running, right? That's all they do is run. And some of the points that were given to us today definitely was try to make it fun and mix things up. So doing sprint intervals versus trying to get your head around running 3 miles, right? So that could be anything from running 30 seconds and walking for 30 seconds type of deal, and just to work it in that way. Another good point was tracking your progress, right? And we're working with a member right now. She's running 2 miles a day, and she's slowly getting faster, and it's a bit of an oxymoron, but because she's tracking it every day and seeing that progress, so she's actually starting to like it more because she's seeing the progress in her speed getting better. So I think those things also might help make you enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah. So long story short, run more.
Yeah. Basically, you have to run to enjoy it, or to eventually enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys, I know sometimes when we give you guys answers, whether we give you guys answers in the gym or on this podcast or different things, and sometimes you see it and it's a very short, quick answer. A lot of times it's because we've answered it a million times, and there's a 30-minute, 2-hour, 6-month progression of everything that goes along to it. We can just shorten up to run more. Yeah. I'm giving you the answer to the test before you take the test. Right? We know the question, we know what's coming up, we know the problems, we know the pitfalls, we know everything that's coming. The answer is just do more. Right? Mm-hmm. Sounds simple, but it's because it is simple. Cool. Going into question number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to go away from running. We're going to go into dieting a little bit here. Always seems to be a hot topic. Always seems to be a thing everyone is very interested in. First question about that today is, how do I avoid plateaus in weight loss? Right.
So if you've ever lost even 10 pounds, right, or a significant amount of weight, sometimes you definitely see yourself hitting a plateau. You've been, steadily dropping weight for 6 months, or you've been losing, 3 pounds a month for 6 months, and then all of a sudden you're doing the exact same thing supposedly, but you're not seeing the scale budge. Don't get me started on the scale because I could go on for days about that. But Justin, do you want to touch on this before I touch on this?
Jump in.
Okay. So some of the things about avoiding a plateau would be like reassessing your habits, right? So 6 months ago, you were really strict, you were really into it. Here and there, you started to let things go a little bit. You started eating more chips and salsa at the Mexican restaurant. You started drinking a little bit more. You started having, 4 drinks a week instead of 1 drink a week. Things like that started to slip a little bit more. Also, that means if you're losing a lot of weight, that means your metabolism is also probably slowing down, so you're not burning calories as fast. All right, so that's typically what causes the plateau. Dial in your nutrition a little bit, reassess it and see, actually start tracking it again. And then I would say definitely look at your activity, your out of gym activity. Yeah, you might be going to the gym 6 days a week, but are you sitting for another 10 hours? Are you up walking around? Are you chasing a kid around? Are you chasing your dog around? Or are you just sitting, So try to make sure you're moving around more in your free time. If you have to sit at a desk job, try to get up every 30 minutes and go for, a walk around the hallway or walk up the stairs. Those are the things that can really try to help limit that plateau to keep you focused on your long-term goals.
Yeah. Guys, basically, what you're saying is you hit those plateaus, everything's going good, and all of a sudden it seems like you feel like progress has halted, right? And sometimes progress has halted. Sometimes progress actually just gets slower, okay? Always remember also, too, the closer we get to that goal we want, the harder it becomes, right?
The last 5 pounds.
Yeah, that last 5 pounds, that last 10 pounds, that last 20 pounds, whatever it is, that's going to be the hardest weight to lose, okay? That's where things get really tough because then you have less weight to lose, right? If you weigh 200 pounds and you're trying to weigh 100 pounds, losing the first 75, 50 pounds isn't all that bad. When you get closer and closer to that goal, exponentially it gets harder and harder to lose that weight because you have less weight to lose, right? And your body's trying to hang on to that. That's a terrible example of just easy numbers and math there. But think about that as you're going through this. If you're struggling with that, make sure you're writing down a food journal, guys. Make sure for me personally, it's pad, it's pen, it's paper. It's physically the art of writing it down, okay? That helps. It seems silly, it seems trivial, right? But if you can make yourself write down everything you put in your mouth throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, you're going to see patterns. You're going to see trends. And if you talk to somebody like Dawn, and you're like, Dawn, I need help with my diet. The first thing Dawn's going to ask you to do is do a food journal for a couple days, for a week, whatever that may be, because she needs to see a pattern. She needs to see what you're eating, right? And we need to make sure you're serious enough about it that you can write it down for a week.
Exactly. If you're not serious enough to take a food journal, you're not serious enough to lose the weight. That's the cold hard truth, guys. Sorry.
Guys, there's lots of apps for it. The apps are great. A lot of times though, the apps are going to give you way more information just by putting in your food than you really want to see. It's going to overload you, and it's going to say, well, you had this many calories, and you have this much calories left. Oh, you worked out, so you have 200 more calories here. It's overkill. It's too much. Write it down on a piece of paper. What went into your body, period. Then we have hard, concrete data. We can see what worked. We can see, another tangent totally off that, but you can see like how it's affecting your body. How's your mood? How's your energy levels? How are you, how are you sleeping? How is everything that goes along with that, and so on and so forth. That's going to be the best way to do that. Sorry, side tangent there. All right. Hope that helped a little bit with how to avoid plateaus. Ultimately, plateaus are kind of unavoidable. They're going to happen. It's how you adjust and how do you overcome that plateau to keep pushing through your goals. Basically, it's just a roadblock. It's something that got in your way that's a little harder and made life harder. Nobody said losing 100 pounds is going to be easy. In fact, I think everybody everywhere ever has said losing 100 pounds is going to be as hardest thing you've ever done in your life. Okay? And that your 100 pounds may be 5 pounds, right? It may be 20 pounds. It may be 200 pounds. Whatever it is, it's not going to be easy. It's hard. It is life-changing. You need to literally change your life to do that and lose that weight. So don't think when you go into that that's going to be magic and it's just going to happen and it's easy. It's not. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. Sorry, I'm getting on my horse a little bit here. Get my soapbox out. Yeah. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard, but it'll be totally worth it. Fight for it. When you hit that plateau, you got to punch through it.
And that's definitely a conversation when those plateaus happen that you can definitely bring to Justin or I about other things that we could maybe keep you motivated for and keep you focused on.
Yeah, absolutely. Question number 3. Intermittent fasting. What is it, and will it help me?
The hot topic. So intermittent fasting, and I mean it's a trend. It's not a fad. I don't want to say it's a fad. There's a lot of science behind it, but it's it goes along with some of the other ones that are out there today. Now there's tons of research. Go ahead.
What is intermittent fasting?
Okay, so intermittent fasting typically is a window of time where you choose not to consume anything calorically. And that includes coffee creamer in your coffee. Let me repeat that. Coffee creamer in your coffee breaks your fast. Okay? We're done. Okay, so moving on from that, with your intermittent fasting. It is basically a lot of people go 14 to 16 hours without eating. And then they have a window there of, depends obviously if it's 14 or 16 hours, a window of time there where they eat their calories for the day, the remaining amount of time. For example, some examples is people choose not to eat until 1 p.m. and then they stop eating again at 8 p.m., right? And then they fast through the rest of the night and into the next day. There's a ton of research when it comes to brain function and glucose and diabetes. I'm not a doctor nor a neuroscientist. Maybe Tommy can get on here and talk about the brain function of it all. But when it comes to weight loss, that we can kind of a little bit talk about.
Yeah, guys. So when you gets into weight loss with intermittent fasting, the biggest thing that's why it's become popular, right? It has not become popular because people feel better when they do it. It has not become popular because people are all of a sudden going to go join Mensa. Okay, it's become popular because people want to lose weight and do it, right? It's the same as keto. It's the same as Atkins. It's the same as Weight Watchers. It's the same as blah, 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 down the road, okay? People like intermittent fasting because they think, hey, I can lose weight. And you absolutely can lose weight doing intermittent fasting. The main factor of intermittent fasting is going to be you're going to get a calorie deficit. You're going to eat less food, right? If I'm only eating food for 8 hours of my day, right, and then I'm not eating food for the other 16 hours of my day, I have less time in my day to eat my meals, to eat my food. Some of the pitfalls we see that come into that is I'm still going to eat my same food. I'm going to eat more. I'm going to make up for those calories as I go throughout the day, even though I didn't get them in a timed out period, right? So that's kind of the thing with intermittent fasting you have to watch, right? If say your window is, say you don't eat till noon each day, so just basically you're skipping breakfast, okay? We're skipping a meal, and then we're going until, 8 p.m., right? There's your 8 hours that you're eating, noon to 8. And then from 8 to noon again is when you fast. It's are we actually sticking to that fast? Because that's where we get in a lot of trouble. We start breaking our fast, whether intentionally or unintentionally, right? It's the creamer in the coffee. It's the, I had a Coke. I went to the movies. Hey, I had a beer, all right, after 8 p.m. That counts, right? I had 6 beers after 8 p.m. Really counts, right? And that's when you're going to see that lifestyle becomes hard. And it's something you need to do over a long period of time, not just, I intermittent fasted, Monday through Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I screwed it up and I'm back on again on Monday. All right, that's 40% of your week, right? That now we're not hitting our goals. We're not doing what we need to do. Correct me if I'm wrong here, Don. But long story short, is intermittent fasting will work. It does wonders for a lot of people. We've done it ourselves. It works great. It's for me personally, it's hard to go all morning without eating breakfast. I find people seem to have more success with it if they don't wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. Going from 5 o'clock in the morning till noon or 1 o'clock is a lot easier or skipping breakfast and doing that is a lot easier to do if you don't get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. If you get up at 8, that's 3 hours there. You don't have to worry about it. You slept longer, right? We go to bed earlier. Our times would be different. We've adjusted. We've changed. Lifestyle-wise, it gets a little difficult. But that's something to think about when you're thinking about intermittent fasting. Will it fit your lifestyle? Right, and you're gonna make it. Are you gonna make it work for that? Are you gonna be, hey, my timing ends at 6 p.m. and all of a sudden 6 p.m. rolls around and you're up till 10, 11 o'clock. You're up for an extra 4 or 5 hours after you've had your fast has started. Are you now? Right. You're gonna ultimately you're gonna get in danger of breaking that fast.
Right. So just guys, real quick, let me circle back here. Let me put a bow on it. So when it comes to intermittent fasting or keto or paleo or any of these things is one, make it a lifestyle change, right? It's going to be a lifestyle change. If you can't see yourself doing this exact same thing, for the next 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, then it might not be what you need to do, right? Because consistency is the only way this is going to work. That being said, the program or the lifestyle change that works is the one that you're going to stick to. So just think about that when you're trying to go through if you're trying to explore different avenues on ways to lose weight. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. We might have answered something about intermittent fasting there. I have no idea. Perfect. No. We ask questions, you ask questions, we answer them. We just talk in circles for 3 minutes and then we move on to the next question. Seems to be the theme of things. All right, guys, your fourth and final question. This was kind of a funny question, so we went with it because we like a good funny question to round it out. It might not be funny. This might be absolutely serious and heartbreaking and really troublesome for some people, but we'll dive into it a little bit. Question is, why do I cry at night? First off, do I cry at night?
No, Justin.
No, I don't cry at night. Thank goodness.
But if you do, it's okay.
But if you do cry at night, I guess it's okay. One of the things you want to think about is ask yourself, why do you cry at night? Is there reasons behind that? Are there troubles in your life? Are you stressed about work? Are you stressed about career? Are you stressed about personal life? Financials? Are there different things that are getting you into that position? What's causing that? Those are probably a sign of some sort of depression.
It doesn't even have to be cry at night. If you find yourself sad at night, if we're going to turn into this not really hard question. If you find yourself sad at night, you need to ask yourself why you feel sad at night.
Yeah. If we're going to take a funny question and turn it into a sad question, guys, really, if it's actually honest here, reach out, right? Ask somebody questions, see somebody, get a referral, go see somebody, go talk to somebody, talk these things out. Depression's it's not really a thing to joke about. We're lighthearted and go about it different ways, but it's definitely not something to joke about. It's definitely something that's serious. It affects a lot of people. If we can help you, reach out to us. We'll definitely help you out the best we can. Different things. It's not necessarily our specialty. We pick things up and we put them down. Okay, we do that fast, slow, heavy, light, whatever. That's what our game is. We're good at motivating. We're good at entertaining you guys and doing different things. But if it comes to something serious like that could be a huge issue between you, your family, everything else, and your overall general well-being, please reach out, call somebody, talk to somebody, text somebody, tell them I'm not all right, I need help, whatever that may be, and go from there. Okay? Sorry, I dove into our little PSA there.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah.
All right, guys.
Other than that, you probably cry at night because you chopped a bunch of onions before you went to bed. Basically. Other than that, have a great day. Thanks for joining into the little Friday 4-pack here. Shoot us some questions, give us a like, give us a follow, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.